It's a bright and a beautiful morning in 7 days to die. It is day 95. And there's a dog somewhere over here. I don't know where, but I heard it howling, making noise. Hear that? There's something somewhere doing something. But I don't know what. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the garden. Now, I'm unsure exactly how I'm going to do this structure. I want to kind of have a frame of a roof over the top, and then we're going to have some rows that kind of come down in between. So I have to separate these sections out into kind of individualized planter boxes, where we're going to have actual rows of ceiling come down through. And of course, yeah, toggle menu, Nick. Can't do that without doing... But I like using these kind of little half stair thingy here, but there's no corner for that. The corner for that is the one corner I used over at the Horde Night base that's missing the one little block in the corner. So there'd just be an empty space there, and I don't want that. That looks stupid. Hello? I know you're down here. Hello? I thought I saw something moving around over in here earlier. I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah. Can you... I don't even know where he was digging, if he was digging up other stuff. We are, of course, still working over here at the main base. I figured I would work over here through the night into the afternoon today. And then we're going to head over to the Horde Night base and start getting it ready for the Day 96 Horde, which is going to be on my doorstep before I know it. It feels like I've done so little in terms of, like, actual things, getting things done since the last Horde Night. But I've actually gotten, like, a lot done. I just haven't gotten a lot done over to the actual Horde Night base. I've dug out the moat a lot more. I kind of just will randomly take the auger and just do another strip of this row in here. This still has to go down by like another 20 layers all the way around. And then I caved this whole thing in here because I was just digging this iron deposit out here. Yeah, just digging this whole thing out. That's what this is, dirt that collapsed from up above. And this is where the airfield is going to go. So I don't know what I'm going to necessarily put here. I'm not going to fill the whole thing back in because that would probably take forever. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to build some kind of framework up here. And then we're going to kind of put the airfield over it. And the airfield is still going to stretch off to the west in that direction. We're going to, of course, have our helipad somewhere right about where I'm standing. And then, of course, we've got this massive, massive garden. Now, this thing is going to be just immaculate. I kind of can't wait to get this bad boy built. I'm thinking where we have these posts, and I kind of spaced these out so they're on the middle ones. That's where our middle riser is right there. And then we're going to have separating rows like this where we got the pillars here. Not on every single one, but just on this one here. And then we're going to have actual, roof framing going down over top of this, because of course we're not blocking the light for the plants. Now I'm reasonably sure that I don't know how like similar it is to Minecraft, and I've never actually, I don't think, even tried to grow plants without direct sunlight above them. It seems to me a thing that the developers of the game would put in here, but I don't know that for sure. But I mean, I don't want a garden that doesn't look like it could be kind of a functional garden anyway. So the idea is we're going to get this whole thing kind of buttoned up. We're, of course, going to have the flat half blocks over here as the kind of normal ground area. Our helipad is going to be slightly elevated, so very slightly, and then it's going to ramp down onto the actual helipad surface, which is going to take off over to the west over there. And our gyrocopter is over there. Speaking of which, I think we've got to go drop some stuff off at the trader. Trader should have restocked by now. I just haven't been paying much attention, honestly, to much of anything. I've been so busy over here just trying to work and get more things done, just doing a lot of digging. Of course, we've worked on the tower. I've got to finish upgrading that and kind of get that stuff updated. And after the Day 96 Horde. So let's kind of start talking about plans for what I want to do after the Day 96 Horde, because I'm pretty sure at that point we need to get paint over here. But that's kind of why the garden is my next project, because I need to plant chrysanthemums over here so I can start, making oil. Or making paint, I should say, combining chrysanthemums with oil. I can't paint if I don't have paint. And I do have a bunch of paint over at the Horde Night base and at the original base. I could definitely go grab that. But the idea is to be self-sufficient over here. And we need a garden anyway because we also need to grow food. You realize I have no kitchen over here? I have no way to make like any of the stews or anything. I've still been cooking them over at the Horde Night base where I've got that small garden set up over there. Because that's just kind of where all of that stuff is right now. So I need to get this done so that way I can get more of that stuff over here. And I'll be honest, another reason why I'm putting this stuff in here is this is a lot of planter boxes, guys. And I mean a lot. I calculated it. It's almost 600 planter boxes, I believe I would have needed. That's insane for this game especially because you just don't need it. You just do not need that kind of coverage. And so what we're going to have is you can see we've got this little kind of gable thing on here. That's actually on top of the rebar frames up there. It's going to come over that little thing just by one. And then we're going to put some glass blocks, some glass ramp blocks in between. The really frustrating thing about glass blocks is there's not a lot of different shapes that these things have that I recall. And they certainly don't have like a wedge and then a wedge tip version of glass. So it's kind of frustrating, and I honestly, like, maybe even to preserve the build, I may not even put glass in there at all. I may just honestly build this, because what I would like to do is I would like to take kind of this thing here, and am I on that block? I am. So what I would like to do here, and I actually had these in here, and I kind of just got rid of them just before I started recording this episode, because I'm like, wait a minute, I can't have, because I had them over the whole thing, but you can't have them over the whole thing. It doesn't make any sense. I want simple rotation, and I think I was facing the wrong way. Yeah. Nope. Nick, come on. There we go. So, yeah. So, we're going to have this, like, so over. Come on. Over the. I'm way too high up. It's way too high up above there. And then we're going to have this one here. This is going to be our wedge tip. And our wedge tip is going to go just like so. And then what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to flip this upside down underneath. And we're going to do... Oh, I was already on it. Can I do on face for that? And will that... Perfect. Perfect. So see how that kind of mirrors that on the other side? And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do an on face. Hopefully this is super simple. Looks like it's going to be super simple for me. So that whole roof structure is going to come down, and then it's going to meet the pole that's going to be over here. Assuming that slope is going to be good enough. I think it is, just from looking at it. I think maybe it will be. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking that roof is actually going to have to go a lot higher. Like at least 4 or 5 pillar blocks higher. Ugh. Because... I mean, let's just build it out here. Let's just, you know, let's just make it and see what happens. Yeah, I think it needs to be extended upward. Okay, so I think we're looking at our final roof design here. We went up 4 blocks in the middle, which, I mean, the kind of key that I wanted to be here is even when I'm down here, like running around, blah, 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 wandering around down here or whatever, I still want this to be a few blocks above my head. Which is definitely going to be at this point. And keep in mind, this is going to have a horizontal runner going that way, connecting to the other, you know, beams that are coming down vertically like this. I decided to go with a whole block, kind of right in here, right where the pillar meets the top of it. Just because I tried to do it with the pillars coming up one further, it doesn't kind of look as right. And I tried also doing a half block up there and flattening it out at the top, but that doesn't look quite as right. And then it makes it too high here on the end. I think that actually kind of makes it perfect. I mean, it does look like it's a really high roof in the middle, but I mean, you know, at the same token, like, I mean, it's good. I like it. I definitely like it. And we're going to have a little bit of overhang. I got to build another kind of end to this as well as we come down. But you guys just have to let me know what you think. Head over to the the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of the roof design. I'm pretty married to it. I kind of like it. I haven't buttoned it in place yet. I haven't actually put actual concrete in there in the rebar, but I am reasonably sure I'm going to do it. And of course, we have the gable on top there too, so it's going to be completely sloped when you look at it from a top down, which of course we're going to do on the gyrocopter probably once we get it like all done, like all said and done. This is going to take a mammoth amount of concrete to upgrade though. Like just the amount of rebar frame over here is kind of insane, and I haven't even put it all in yet. We've still got to build all the rest of these kind of posts up to where they're going to be. Oh, and you know, I immediately broke my leg when I tried to start fixing this thing. Immediately broke my leg. And we got to grab a splint when we head downstairs. But it's pretty much going to do it for over here for now. Is there... Hello? Hello? Yeah, well, that's pretty much going to do it over here for now, because I've got to head over to the bunker. I'm going to start preparing things. I had ammo, I had bullet tips, and I had ammo boxes and shell casings and all that stuff kind of being constructed downstairs. So I kind of needed to work here so I could collect all that stuff and take it over to the Horde Night base anyway. I'm thinking I might actually have to stop back by my original base because I lost a shoddy turret thanks to a demolisher during the last Horde Night, and I don't think I have the shotgun parts and stuff here or at that other base, at the Horde Night base to replace it. I think I'm actually going to have to go back to the original base and pick up some shotgun parts and see if I can't do that. Unless I stop at a trader and buy one, which, I mean, traders might have one. There might be one at a trader. I might actually go to a couple of different traders here before I head over there as well. So let me get everything kind of sorted, situated, and taken care of. I will join you guys a little bit later in the afternoon as we are headed down. And oh, as we are headed, you know, over to the Horde Night base to start prep work for the Day 96 Horde. But I hope you guys like the garden. I mean, that's just huge. That is huge. And it kind of gives you an idea of the scale that we're working with over here, because now we're going to have to make sure that all of our main buildings for this structure that's going over here are way bigger. Like way, way, way bigger. But when we plant trees near and around that, they're not necessarily going to dwarf it. That's still going to be a pretty huge garden structure. And I don't think we're ever going to need or want for any kind of planted anything ever again once we get that going. So I'll see you guys in just a hot minute. Oh, good. Good. Yes, that's exactly where I wanted to land. Thank you. And see, this thing gets stuck, and you can't get it out of places. It's so, like, it's frustrating to deal with. Like, you can't tell, but I'm, like, desperately trying to turn it to swing the back end in. I'm guessing since it's only got, like, those little 3 dinky little wheels on it, you can't really turn this thing to do anything to it. Although I have no idea what just happened there. What on earth? I just want to land on top of the stupid fire station. This is all I want. Right on top of that zombie over there would be nice. See, this is me holding full reverse. Even with the shift key down to kind of add the turbo in. Like, it's kind of terrible. And I also love that I backed right into this sleeper and it never moved. Like, now he's gonna move, but... Yeah, like, I mean, it's just, I gotta just get more used to it. There's gotta be some kind of trick to it, I think. There really, really has to be, in terms of landing this stupid thing, because it's so frustrating. Like, it doesn't slow down in the air, like, as much as you would think you would want it to. And, like, you can't kind of just bring it to a hover and kind of, like, lower it down gracefully at all, really. I never did replace that block there. I mean, that's pretty much going to do it for another episode of 7 Days to Die. I've got to get some stuff rocking and rolling out of the garden here and get some different stuff working here. And then, you know, continue repair work and continue doing all sorts of stuff through the night. And I will let you know kind of as we get on the other side exactly how we did, because I don't know how we're going to do. Do I have any food in here? I think the last thing I made was water. Oh, I do have meat stews. Okay, so give me some of these. I'm not going to worry about making food until after Horde Night, though, and then I'm going to clean out that garden so I can start making seeds and take them over. I know I do have some food over at the new base, but, I mean, you guys saw the size of that garden. I'm going to need a lot of seeds. basically. So, all right, we are headed down inside here. I got Molotovs working over at the trader, and our bullets were going to work here. I think I know how much. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 stacks of 9mm ammo on me. Split those in half. That's 150 per gun. Like, and I've got 2 stacks of 10 boxes. So I've got tons of 9mm ammo. I think I'll just build some kind of gearing toward the future, but I think I want to build some more of like your HE and your armor piercing 7.62 or 5.56, which is, it's 5.56. That wasn't even on the right thing, Nick. It's 7.62. I was right the first time. But yeah, I want to build some of that up. I really shouldn't do that with my ankle sprained. Probably not the best idea. But yeah, I love your beautiful faces. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your amazing support on the video. I even have more ammo over here and more ammo ingredients over here, which just kind of tells you the kind of stuff I was up to over here. Let me get boxes of 9mm work in here. Let's get 7 of these bad boys rocking and rolling over here, just so I can have a little bit more in there. And then I think, like I said, we're going to look at doing things like, I've got tons of regular 7.62. We can do 13 of those. And then how much for the high powered? We can do 19 of these. So I want 7 of these. Actually, no, I want 8 of these. Bloop. And then let's burn out build 9 of those. Perfect. And what are we low on? Actually, everything. We've pretty much used our... Oh, no, I still got tons and tons of bullet casings. Okay. That's okay, though, because we're just going to leave all that stuff here. I really, really need to start tapping into some lead deposits, which I believe there's one on the other side of this wall over here. Yeah, right here. So, guess which direction we're going to start digging in to put our battery banks in, or our generators. Once we start adding those in here, yeah, guess which direction I'm going in to get those bad boys in. So we're going to have more armor piercing 7.62. We're going to have more high powered 7.62. And I'm going to hopefully, I'll have to look at my weapon mods and see what I have for the Magnum before I really, really hardcore decide I want to use it. And then, of course, we're going to have our turrets, and I'll have a shotgun in hand as well. I might actually see how many slugs I have and just kind of keep some slug ammo on me just in case I get a bunch of them bunched up and I want to hit them with some higher power. But, yeah. I love your beautiful faces. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. And it really, really does help me out a lot. And, you know, please ring that bell for notifications so you're notified whenever I release new content. By the time this video comes out, I don't even know what my release schedule is going to be. That's kind of how far away it is right now. But I'm right now, like the most recent video that came out, I believe, was day 68. And I'm still in a daily release until the end of March. And then after March, April is going to slow way down. You're going to get 2 a week, maybe 1 a week. But I do want to also, because I'm going to be getting a new computer, I do want to also start working on World Tour stuff in the Alpha 16 series. Oh, I got to replace this. That's right. I want to start working on that kind of stuff in the Alpha 16 series as well. But I want to wait for the new computer because I really, really want to show you guys, you know, and not really be dogged by the performance issues that I just kind of always have with this game. Because this game takes a little bit of effort. And you can see just how much ammo I already have over here. I have tons of shoddy ammo still over here too. So that's actually really, really good. But I love your beautiful faces. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you so much for being so amazing. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of 7 Days to Die. Bye. We gotta leave all this stuff to make ammo in here. Oh, I'll see you next time.